What's up, guys? Good morning. So I told you guys to bring a notepad and paper because I literally prepared with a notepad and paper. So there's a lot of information I'm trying to express to you guys. I know for a fact that what I wrote down is going to benefit you guys if you take it and you apply it in the field, because I literally do it and I literally, produce every day. Like, there's not a day that I go out in the field and don't produce. So if there's something that I want to give you guys, it's like I want you guys to learn how to become really good at closing. That's what I'm talking about today. Today's the art of the close. So before I get into that, I want to segue into saying that whenever these partners talk, whenever like the leaders and the top producers, whenever we're like talking to you guys, even when it's not even on the call, when it's like on that one-on-one basis, when it's on like we're on in the field with you guys and we're trying to like coach you guys, it's important that you have an open mind. There's a lot of times like I'm training some new guy in the field or something, and I'm talking and I'm trying to teach them, and they're not listening. They're like waiting for their time to talk. They're not waiting to like listen. So then I end up getting interrupted by something irrelevant or something like that. They're trying to like, oh yeah, I know. But motherfucker, I'm telling you because you don't know. I'm telling you because I'm looking at your performance and it's fucking shit. I'm trying to fix that, So whenever your leaders, your managers, your trainers, your partners, whenever we're fucking talking, you listen. I hate being interrupted, and I don't want this to carry on. So it's really important that whenever we're talking and we're trying to train you on something that we already are experiencing in our lives that works, and we're seeing that there's flaws in your behavior and your character, it's important that you listen. I don't want to hear that, oh yeah, I know, but in reality, I'm fucking telling you because you don't know. I'm visually observing your behavior is not matching with what's actually I'm trying to teach you. So if I'm trying to teach you, you need to be all ears. You need to be mouth shut, ears open. You need to be taking notes, because it's true, man. I laugh to the bank. I don't walk to the bank. I laugh. I want you guys to be in a similar situation. So with that being said, let's transition into today's main topic. Closing is an art form, ladies and gentlemen. It's an art form. It's a skill. And it's important that you look at it like that. It's not even just like any skill. The fact that we're commission-only sales reps, this is the skill that pays the bills. If you can't close, you lose. But if you could close, you're going to get good and you're going to achieve your financial goals. Closing is the same thing whether you're selling cars, whether you're selling real estate, whether you're selling DirecTV, whether you're selling whatever it is. Closing is the skill. And it's the same kind of art form, kind of skill that will go into any industry you go into. So if you come into this company and you don't learn it here, you're never going to learn it, bro. Like, I would encourage you guys to learn the most you can here. And the fact that we have these trainings every day, Monday through Friday, soak it up. Be like a sponge. Have that student mentality, because it's going to carry you further, okay? Closing is the skill. That's like, the intro is fine, right? Like, the intro itself is a skill. The communication with the customer is a skill. But the most important skill that you'll ever learn in this company is the ability to close. Besides leadership. Leadership is a different topic. But right now, as commission-only sales reps, which all of us are, right? We're all sales reps one way or another. Closing is the skill that we must master. And you could argue it's the only skill that matters. You could be like the perfect introer, the perfect guy for the introduction, the perfect like, hey, I'm with AT&T. You can have the best smile. You can be the most handsome person in the world. You can be the most prettiest girl in the world. It doesn't matter. If you can't close, it's all in vain, bro. It doesn't matter. Closing is the skill. I'm trying to hammer that into you. It's the most important skill you can learn. So with that being said, there's a reason why you see the same names every day on the group chat. Oh, scored a business select. Oh, got a win back. Oh, got an entertainment. And you see the same people. Right? You see Darkside Diego, closer. J$, closer. Hugo, closer. I don't even got to say my name. You already know my name. Closer. There's a reason why you see us so consistent in the chat. And it's not a secret. It's not like, oh, we're just God's gift to customers, which, I mean, sometimes I think that, but it's because we learned the skill of closing. Some argue that we've even mastered it. So whenever you see somebody really consistent in the chat, it is because they are good at the art form that is called closing, okay? And it is an art form. It could be replicated. You could teach this to others. You could teach this to others and you can master it for yourself, okay? It can be learned. It can be taught. But it's important that to learn it, you got to come in here with an open mind and just listen. And not only just listen, but like try to understand what your leaders are teaching you and then try your best to apply it, okay? I'm tired of seeing reps that I'm like they make a mistake and I literally tell them, all right, look, this is what you did wrong, but this is what you can do better. And then like they make that same mistake over and over again. And then I take them to the side and I'm like, dude, look, this is what you're doing wrong. I want you to look at what you're doing wrong and I want you to do this differently. And then they still, it's like they reject what I'm saying. But it's because you don't have a student mentality. So you have to have that mentality. But that partnered up with what we're teaching you and what I'm going to teach you today is what's going to increase your closing ratio, okay? So I'm sure we could all agree that just like a cooking recipe, if I have something written down like step by step and I could share it with you in English and you can understand me in the English language, then it's duplicatable. You could copy what I'm teaching you. We could all agree that there's like a secret. I mean, it's not a secret. It's a recipe to make an omelet. There's a recipe to make a cake, right? So if I teach you like the recipe, you'll learn how to bake a cake, right? You'll learn how to close a deal. A key guy example on my team that I'm like super proud of to even mention his name right now is Jay $. Man, he was so frustrated in the field one day. He was like pissed off that he wasn't closing deals. And he was like, man, I don't know if this is for me, man. I really like you and all, but like, dude, I'm having second thoughts, this and that. And then I was like, bro, trust me. If you stick with me, I'm going to teach you how to close. And then what did I do? I took him under my arm. We went in the field together. And I was like, bro, look at the verbiage I'm using. Look at the way I'm talking. Look at the position of my body. Look at all this stuff. Because it matters. All these things, the formula for closing matters. So then I teach him how to close. The next day, motherfucker put up 2 deals. The following day after that, he put up 3 deals. And he's never not put up a deal since that day because I put him under my wing and I was like teaching him step by step, bro, this is how you close. So with all that being said, I'm going to teach you guys today my formula for closing. And it doesn't matter if you're selling cars, if you're selling weed, if you're selling real estate, if you're selling DirecTV, it's all the same. Okay? And I guarantee you, if you could listen to what I teach you and apply it and you start closing more deals, it will make a huge impact on your income. You'll see it on your checks. You will see it on your checks. So according to Harvard Business Review, they did a study, right? And they're studying to see how much of communication was verbal, vocal, and visual. And according to Harvard Business Review, they said that only 7% of communication is verbal. 7%. 38% was vocal. So a little bit, so like just to put in perspective, it doesn't really matter what you say, but vocal meaning your enthusiasm, your tonality, how serious, how unserious you are. That matters more than the verbiage you're saying, the words, the words you're saying. Make sense? So now you're starting to see that like closing is not just about like words. It's not about reading a script. Closing is an art form. There's moving pieces behind it. It's psychological based. 55%, according to Harvard Business Review, is visual, meaning your gestures, the way your posture is, your eye contact, the way you're moving your hands around, all that. So in total, if you do the math, 93% of communication is nonverbal. So it's important for us to make sure that when we're in the field, we're not offending customers. We're like taking them really serious, and we're making sure that whatever we're selling is like the shit. We're making it seem like it's the shit because we're salesmen. More importantly, the thing that matters is the fact that we can close. So with that being the intro, I want to go ahead and talk about the fundamental right now. There's this thing called, Stefan taught me, it's called the impulse curve. And I don't want to get too technical on you guys, but real simply, like people, like when you first meet somebody and you're like getting them interested in the deal, they kind of get hot. Like hot meaning like they're like warming up. They're a cold lead when you first meet them, but then you warm them up. So it's important for us, the closers, to strike when the iron's hot. So if you know that they're interested, it's important to try to close the same day. Try to close ASAP. This is a fundamental. This is important because let's say, for example, you get somebody interested, you get somebody hot, and then a week or two pass, and then you try to follow up later, and then they're like, you know what, because they got cold again. They got cold, and they're going, I'm comfortable. You know what, I don't want to make any changes. Then you lost the sale. So you got to try to close the same day. Even if they're busy and they tell you to come back a week from now, before you leave the area, it probably it benefits you to follow up that same day. If not, tomorrow. Like, follow-ups are key, bro. Darkside Diego calls himself the follow-up king. And I wonder why, because follow-ups are key, bro. So sometimes you're not going to be able to close them the same exact moment, but you could close them that same day by following up later before you leave the area. Man, if you see me in the field, you'll see that, like, bro, I follow up like 4 times with the customer before I close them. Sometimes, because they're busy. You know, I'm not going to interrupt him when he's filling out an insurance policy. He's closing a customer. I'm not going to interrupt that. But I do know he's overpaying with Spectrum, so I'm going to double tap on my way back to my other follow up. You know, so you want to strike when the iron's hot. Okay. There's a level of comfort that we as humans develop living our day-to-day life. And then for a salesman to come into our business and make us kind of uncomfortable and make us kind of like want something else, that's big. That's the impulse I'm talking about. You got to strike when the iron's hot. Because if you fail and he gets cold, it's a lot harder to move him from the cold to the close. It's a lot easier to move him from the hot lead to the close. So take advantage of that. Whenever you see somebody that's interested, that's a sale, bro, and you got to go after it. This is the industry where if you don't hunt, if you don't go after it, if you don't kill and go, you're not going to eat, bro. You have to hunt. This isn't customer service. This isn't, oh, Mr. Customer, let me kiss your ass. No, this is, I'm going to control the conversation. I'm going to take you to where I need you to go. And I know it's going to benefit you. It's a win-win. Usually it is a win-win. And that's how we make sales. So there's different parts of the sales process. The part that I'm focusing on today is the close. There's the intro. You guys already know how to do that. There's that interviewing the customer phase where you're asking the qualifying questions. You guys already know how to do that. Today I'm talking about closing. So closing is at the very end of the sale. At the very end, when you're trying to get that signature on the paper. That's the most important part of the sales process. It doesn't matter how good of an introduction you did. It does matter, but it doesn't matter. The most important thing that matters is whether or not you can get that signature on the paper. Okay? So this is step-by-step really what works for me and what I teach my team.
Really?
At the end.
Looks inflamed today.
Oh, Speedy, mic, please. Thanks. All right, anyways. So at the very end, when you already went through the whole process, you gotta, oh my, Speedy, I need you to mute your mic, bro. This background music or background noise. All right, thank you. At the very end, you gotta recap the benefits. So this is something I would write down. This is something, if you have a pen and paper, you gotta write down. You gotta recap the benefits. So Why do you need to do this? Because you got to summarize what you're trying to offer the customer. If you fail to recap the benefits and you just try to like close, a lot of times the information you already gave them, they already forgot about it, you know? When you recap the benefits, and I know that Jay Dollar Sign, he's really good at this. I see him all the time. He's like, okay, Mr. Customer, so we're going to get you the 24 meg fiber optic, the business select pack, and a new phone, and it's only going to be $85 a month. If we could do this, do we have a deal? Like, he's literally summarizing this shit. And I'm like, that's right. That shit works, bro. When you recap, it makes it seem like they're getting value, right? It doesn't matter what you're selling. Like, it could be freaking alarms, it could be freaking real estate, it could be whatever. But you need to recap. You need to recap what they're getting. Okay? For some of you, you guys already know this. This is like already planted in your subconscious. For a lot of you guys that are newer, I want you guys to really pay attention to what I'm talking about. You got to recap and go over what the customer is getting. Because if you don't, a lot of the shit that you offer them, they're going to forget, bro. So recap, okay? And I'm not just talking about the recap on the bottom right of the order form. I'm talking about what does the customer benefit from moving forward with this? And I do want to add, when you're in that recap phase, remember, whatever they have, they're comfortable with. So whatever you're selling or whatever you're offering, you got to make it seem like there's benefit, value. There's a value proposition behind it. So you want to use words and expressions that make you seem like an expert, okay? Because they're experts at cutting nails. They're experts at cutting hair. They're experts at changing a tire. They're not experts at what the hell a fiber optic line is, you know? So you guys, as salesmen, you guys got to convince the customer that whatever you're offering them is the shit. You know? You got to use words like state of the art, fiber optics, shared broadband. If you use these words, customers don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. But because they sound badass, like if you tell me that, like, dude, even if I have faster speed with Spectrum and I don't know about speed because I'm a freaking auto mechanic, and you tell me like, dude, I know Spectrum has 100, but there's a shared broadband. You guys are gonna get the 18 HSI fiber optics with AT&T. That's a lot better, trust me. They're gonna trust you, bro, because you're coming off like the expert. You know? And it doesn't matter, bro. Like, how much faster can a customer download a 1.5 megabit file if you really think about it? So it's not like you're scamming people. It's like you're coming off as the expert. You tell them what they need, and they'll believe you. But it's on your tonality. It's the way you're looking at them. If you're stuttering, if you're hesitating, you're not an expert. They're gonna look at you like, dude, this guy's a chump. Who the hell is this guy? You know, you have to come off as an expert. The way you tell them what to do, you're not asking, you're telling them what to do. Recap the benefits at the very end. But that's not it. That's step one. That's step one of the very end of the art of the close. Step two, and this by far is the thing that really separates the closers from the not closers. Grant Cardone actually taught me this. It's the ask for the sale. A lot of you guys, you're not making sales like you want to because you're not asking for the sale. You're not asking the customer to buy from you. And I mean, it sounds like rudimentary, sounds basic, but you're not doing it. You're not making sales because you're not asking for the sale. You have to ask them for the sale. And what do I mean by that? My exact words that work for me, I say, all right, Mr. Customer, if I could do, and I explain the recap, if I could do 24 megs, $30 a month, one phone line, and then you get the business select pack, and I'm going to give you a free $300 TV. What do you think? Do we have a deal? And you shut the fuck up. You shut up. The first person to talk loses. You've heard that before, right? This game of sales is all psychological based. So all those psychological tips and tricks that you watch on YouTube or that you've heard salespeople talk about, it's for a reason. Like, this shit works. So I'm gonna go back a little bit. You have to ask for the sale. Like, that's like a must. You must. If you don't ask for it, how can you possibly hope to get a sale? You really can't. You really can't hope to get a sale if you're not asking for it. And don't think you're like being annoying by asking for a sale. Don't think that you're being overly aggressive. Dude, you're in this job to make money. You're in this job to provide for your family. And if that's not what you're here for, I don't know what you're here for. I'm teaching you shit that works. Yes, you might feel like, oh shit, man, I'm coming off a little aggressive. Yeah, you are. Aggressive salespeople make the most money. It's a fact of life. The ones that are hesitant, the ones that are shy, the ones that are scared, the ones that can't reach that potential of getting out of their comfort zone, they don't make money. They might make a little bit of money, maybe like 2 sales a week. But what the hell is that? That's probably still more than what most hourly jobs pay. But we're in this business to make a lot of money, not a little bit of money. So you got to ask for the sale, bro. And what I say is, do we have a deal? So if you're writing shit down, I would write that quote. Do we have a deal? The amount of times that this has worked for me in the field, I can't even count. If I look at my Fast Gem notes, where it says customers, and I look at the top right-hand corner, my team has 1,800 customers last time I checked, and that was yesterday. I can't even begin to count how many customers I closed using that technique. Do we have a deal? This is the recipe for closing. I'm teaching you guys. I'm literally giving it to you guys right now. You recap the benefits, and then you ask. You have to extend your hand and ask them if we have a deal. And a lot of times, they're going to say yes. Because at that point, you literally put them in the position to say either yes or no to you. Both of which benefit you. You don't want any answer in between the yes or no. You want the polar answers. You want them to say either yes, we're moving forward, or no, we're not moving forward. And then the no, it helps you because now you know not to waste your time. If you get any other answer besides yes or no, like let me think about it. Like the reason you're getting that shit is because you're not putting the customer on the hot seat. And you put the customer on the hot seat by asking them for the sale. Because like you're literally asking them yes or no. And at that point, both answers benefit you. Even if they tell you no, which with this technique, a lot of times if you're saving them money, they're not going to tell you no. But even if they do tell you no, you can always follow up back. Because if you got this far in the sales process to the point where you're almost closing, that's a follow-up. And if you don't believe it's a follow-up and it falls through, send me the customer's address. I'll go there and close it for you. Okay? So with that being said, I literally gave you guys my perspective on the art of the close. I literally gave it all to you. There's like nothing I'm holding back. I'm giving you all the birds and the rabbits in the hat. There's nothing in my mystery bag that I'm not giving to you guys. So with that being said, I want to open it up for a little bit of questions, and then we're going to transition a little bit deeper into like a mental meeting kind of thing. So if you guys have any questions on that, right now is the time to ask. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds, and if there's silence, which I hope there isn't, then I'm going to just proceed. So ask me away.
Yeah, I got a question. Money.
What's up, Jay Dollar Sign?
So yesterday, bro, I got this like shark of a dude. Like he was what you call a shark, and he looks at the contract and he says he sees on the referral thing $10 off for 10 months, and like it was right during my close, and it shut me up. I didn't know what to say. What in that situation? What would you say?
Why was he objecting to the $10 off for 10 months? Did you tell him it was for both years or what?
No, I didn't. I didn't. Well, to be honest, I didn't even know that it was only for 10 months with the referral.
Okay.
So I would just showed him the price because I said I'm gonna get you a referral.
Okay. Well, I mean, in that case, I think it's my fault, bro. To be honest, I should have done a better job as a leader to like really make sure that you understand that it's only for 10 months. So, I mean, my bad. But with customers that are sharks, you know, they're always going to look for something to poke at your flaws. You know, they're going to really test you to see if you're a closer. So I would still follow up with that, dude. Sometimes, like, check this out. When customers are hard with me and I'm trying to make sure that they feel like I'm hooking them up, you know how, like, you need another DirecTV account to refer that one, right? And then that customer probably doesn't know who the other account is, right? Are we on the same page? Here's you. Okay. So well, what I tell the hard customers sometimes, I tell them, and I try to make them my friend. It's all about friendships in the field. Like, if you can make them your friend, you're not going to get objections. But I tell them, like, look, dude, just like how I use that other person's account to refer you, you guys both get $10 off. What I'm going to do for you is, once your account is installed, I'm going to use your account to refer other accounts. And then that way he's going to feel like more value added to the proposition. And he's going to feel like, oh, wow, I'm going to get hooked up. So you can't guarantee that on paper, but if you could, like, really make him feel like he could trust you on that, then that'll help you close deals, bro. But that's something that you should have known, bro, that the referral is only for 10 months. And so to make it clear for everybody, the way the referral works is, starting month number 3, the customer gets $10 off on their DirecTV bill. And that expires at the end of the first year. So it's only for 10 months. But that's how it works. And you need another DirecTV account to refer that account that you're going to use it for. But Jay, if you go back to the business owner and try to tell them that, I mean, just make him your friend, bro, because it sounds like he's not really your friend yet. But if you make him your friend, I feel like you'll have a better shot at closing him. But you could try that method that I taught you right now. You could tell him that, like, look, man, just like how I'm using that other account, I'm hooking her up. I'll hook you up very similarly for my next customer. If you try that out today and it works, let me know. Thank you, Gio. You're welcome. All right, one more question.
Man.
All right. I know Peter, he's going to talk about turning up the heat, and I'm excited to hear what that even means. But I did want to touch on a little bit on the subject of the concept of being the CEO of your life. I don't know if you guys follow this dude called Andy Frisella, but he has a podcast. I encourage you to listen to it. It's called the MF CEO. Okay. And he talks about really being like the CEO of your life. And the concept of that, like, it might sound strange. Like, what the hell? Why would I want to look like the CEO of my life? But, like, you got to look at it like you are your own business. You are in the business of J Dollar Sign. You are in the business of Darkside Diego. Like, you are your own business. Your life is your business. And you got to look at yourself as if, like, you are the pilot. You are the CEO. You're the one that makes the decisions that benefit you or hurt you. It's all on you. It's all on you. Whenever something happens, something bad happens, or something good happens, you have to not blame people, because it happened because of you, whether indirectly or directly. And you got to take full responsibility. That's something that a lot of you guys right now, is probably a new subject. But when you guys are a leader and you guys have influence and you guys have, like, you know, people to take care of and people that you're responsible for and held accountable for, you're going to start to realize you are responsible at all times, whether it's good or bad. If something bad happens, you better not blame nobody, because the only person you can blame is the person you look at in the mirror. I think when I started making that conscious choice in my head that, dude, this shit is all on me. My success is all on me. It's not that I got lucky. It's not that I was born with good genetics. It's not that I'm handsome. It's not none of that shit. It's all on me and my effort. Whether I become successful or a failure, whether I, die early or I live a long life, it's all on me. And very similarly, you got to look at it from that perspective. You are the CEO of your life. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, let me introduce none other but P Dub. He's about to go talk about turning up the heat, baby. What's up, Peter Wang? Give it to him.
Woo! All right. What's happening, guys? So that was good, man. That was good. You gave me a good refresher, Gio, on some of the things that I do in the field too. So I just want to echo something real quick. I was biting my tongue as I was here, Gio breaking down the psychology of closing a deal. One thing I really want to add is you have to understand the basic psychology of sales. When you're engaging a customer, they're not gonna ever ask you, "Hey, Steve, how do I get this deal?" Or "Hey, Speedy, what should I do next?" Or Isaiah, I like it. Do I need my credit card now? How do I pay you? Right? So you understand the basic psychology is you have to verbally commend them. In other words, not even instruct. You just commend them to take the next step. That's how closers close. Okay. Many times as new guys, we see all these buying signs and they go right over your head, and they're interested, but you didn't catch it early enough. So when customers show you this little buying signs saying they're ready, but we missed it because we're new, guess what? They get frustrated. They're like, man, this guy's too fresh. I gave him 3 buying signs. I don't want this stuff already, but he kept on talking and talking and talking and talking and talking about this and the other. You lose it all. Okay. And it's not a bad thing because I want everybody to go through it because I went through it myself. Is you understand that it is a process and sales are not going to be automatically given to you. You have to ask for it. Okay. So that's one thing I'm a really firm believer of why the producers produce. Okay. We're hunters in this business. We don't just ask for the gazelle, can I shoot you and eat you tonight? No, the hunters are hunt. That's how we work. Yeah. So good stuff, Gio. So I want to transition real quick into something that we talked about back in the days, but I just feel like it's a time for us to revisit this little mental piece. It's called turning up the heat. I kind of rephrase it, turning up the heat, but I've just been reflecting over this last week and looking at all the numbers and the sales that we've been putting down consistently day in and day out. And it's really motivating. It's really encouraging for some of you new guys that are really putting up big sales and seeing the traction, right? And then dark side with that Diego, man, he's killing sales with that sale, with that smile, man. And by the way, I want 50% of that sale you got that you follow up on my behalf. I want 50% of it. 50.
What about all the other ones?
No. There was only one, bro. I was like the chicken, man. I was laying on the egg. It's all hatched. So I'm the grandpapa here. We need 50% of that. Don't you put me on blast, Diego. You watch yourself. So turn to the heat. I want you to envision 2 different things here. Okay. First thing is in life, in sales, in family, in pursuit of a career, in anything that you take under your wings, you want to do good at. There's always 2 forces acting against you or for you. One of them, I want to simplify it as the, let's just say you go to a hotel and you check in a hotel. The first thing you do is what? Anyone?
Jump on the bed.
Say what?
Yeah, check in.
Jump on the bed.
Jump on the bed. That's one of them. That's step number 2. But step number 1 is when I check in the hotel, the first thing I do is to make sure I turn the AC on, right? Because most hotels, they don't leave the AC on because it's wasting money for them, okay? So I go in there, I make sure I adjust the AC down to a cool 67 degrees, and I'm breezy for the whole day, okay? So I want you to picture 2 things. One is what we call the thermometer, okay? So the thermometer is something that's built into devices that controls what we call the temperature. So there's 2 things going on at you right now. So I want to envision this. One, you have the outside influence of our sales business, okay? And that's the temperature, okay? Remember that. When you go into the field today, this morning, when it's too cold outside, when it's too hot outside, when people cuss at you, when people don't give you the attention you deserve, when they, rudely kick you out of the door, that's what we call the outside external factor. Think of that as what we call temperature, right? You can't really control that. Nobody can control temperature. We agree on that? So because of the fact that you can't control the external forces, they're just going to constantly be against you every single day, every hour, every minute, every second. Is going to be acting on you either for the good or for the worse. So I want to relate this into our business because it's something that we all go through day in and day out. Is we know there are forces acting against us. We know it's not going to be a great day because not everybody is in a great mood to see you. You know, because not all of you have that big smile, that cheesy smile that Diego has. I don't. You know, so you understand this. So a lot of people say, man, you're the fifth person in the last 2 hours. I'm ticked off. So they have every reason to like not be nice to you, right? So those are external forces. Temperature. When it's hot, it's super, super hot. When it's cold, it's super, super cold. And there's not a damn thing you and we can do about it, right? So temperature is out of control. It happens to us in the field every single day. So now, if I was being led by the temperature, if I was to react to the temperature, how do you think my production is going to be today? Anyone? If I'm
Yes.
being, yeah, if I'm being led purely by my temperature outside external forces, how do you think my mentality is going to be, my attitude, my motivation is going to be?
Shit.
Shit, great, up and down. It's like that zigzag, right? It's like those stock market prices, right? When they're hot, you feel hot. When they're cold, you feel cold, and then you're being affected because you're just being affected. You're just the result of what they do to you. So you have no control over that. Therefore, instead of having no control over your external factors, in this case, all the things that happen to us in the field every single day, the rejections, the good stuff, the bad stuff, I want you to think about yourself as a thermostat. Okay, so you have the temperature that's outside of your control, and then now I want you to think of yourself as a thermostat. You're the thermostat. You check in a hotel room, you put down a cool 68, 69 degrees. Okay, when it's super, super, super hot, you turn it down. When it's super cold, you're turning it up. One thing about a thermostat that is different than the temperature around you is you are the thermostat. You are the person. You control the thermostat. You control the temperature. So when a temperature drops too low, doesn't matter to you because you just keep on adjusting yourself to the level you need to be at. If your cool operating temperature is 78 degrees, every single day you're gonna go out this week, you're gonna be running at 78 degrees. It don't matter if it's 70 outside or 95 outside, you are running at 78 degrees, right? Because you can reset yourself. You tell yourself, I am the thermostat. The external temperature doesn't affect me because I control it. And that's the difference maker, guys. So for all of us on this call right now, you need to understand, look back all the sales you've done this week. Okay. I want you to for 2 seconds, just close your eyes and you know what? All this good jujus I felt after I closed those deals. Everyone that said yes to me this week, I want you to harvest that energy and put it in a little baggie. Okay? And that's the baggie you want to have. Oh man, Diego, you got a big bag, bro. You need to remember 50-50, you need to chop that. Once you harvest that energy, you want to rely on the good feelings, and then you want to set yourself to that good feeling bar. Okay, now you're gonna go out there for the rest of the week running on that reserve, running on that good vibe that you have given yourself, because you are going to condition yourself to operate at 78 degrees or 95 degrees, right? I said this is going to be turning up the heat because I don't think 78 is good enough in terms of a sales company, but I feel like we should be dialing up the number at 95 degrees or 100 degrees to finish the whole week strong. You know, yesterday I was doing a sale through. I was on a hold for like 2 hours. I couldn't get through. I get your frustration. Okay, it's nobody's fault. But one thing I realized was, man, that is awesome. Why is that awesome? Because our back office is loaded up that full that I'm on hold for that long. A lot of people complain, oh man, I'm losing sales. I'm just looking from a different side of the coin. I'm just like, that is crazy. You know, when's the last time that actually happened where so many sales came through, it kind of locked out the back office for an hour? That is dope. I don't want you to look at it as a bad thing. I want you to look at it as a good thing. So I want you to dial up the heat this week. Finish the week strong. I want you to lock up office for 3 hours. I want to be on hold for 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? That's how I envision it, because I want to just lock it down, bottleneck all day and kill it. You know, and then we'll just keep on hitting other doors. So that's the mentality I want you to have. Okay, I want you to be the thermometer that controls your external forces, your external factors, the things that affect you and me every single day in this business. I want you to set a temperature in early on in the day. You set yourself at 85 or 95 and you go full on, and nothing can change that. Okay, the external factors does not change your temperature, because you are the thermostat. You control your operating energy level. Okay, this goes not just in sales but in everything that we do, guys. I want you to think about for 1 second. This is not just sales skills that you can use for the next gig or for the next sale. A lot of stuff here are just totally transferable to other aspects of your life that you didn't really think about yet. You know, being a thermometer at your house, being a thermometer at your relationship with your parents, with your siblings. You want to set that tone. So whenever they see you or be around you, they feel the energy. You know, when I was in college, every time we go on a party, there's always one guy we have to call, right? He's the funniest guy, he's the most craziest guy, and he's the life of the party. If you're that person, or if you've been hanging around with that person, you know what I'm talking about. Why do we like that person? Why do we want to invite that guy? I want you to think about why do I want Carlos to be here? Because Carlos is funny, he's active, he's lively, he does crazy stuff, you know, because he brings a higher energy, and he come in and he control the thermostat at a higher level. And you and I, we like that energy. So you don't have to worry about who Carlos is, who this person is. You can do that on your own. And this business is going to teach you that. Don't worry about who Carlos is. You can be the next Carlos. You can be 10 times as more popular or more effective as who this Carlos guy is, right? You can dial it up. The reason why you're not is because you set your thermostat too low. Now you set your temperature a little higher. You just need to be forced to produce at a higher standard. And once we do that, guys, the rest is all game over. The rest is just cashing in, right? So this business is all about personal development. Money is there, like Gio said. If you're here for the money, huge potential. But if you're here for personal development, and the field is going to be the best teacher for all of us. I learned everything from my field. I'll give all the credit to my experience in the field to be where I'm at today. So it's gonna do it's done for me, and it's gonna do the same for you guys. Okay. So this week, let's finish the week strong. I want you to go out there and be a thermostat. I want you to go out there with a preset temperature that you're gonna perform at today, tomorrow, Sunday, whatever the case is. And if you already own a roll, guys, if you already have 5, 6 in the bag, I want you to use that energy and get 5 more before the whole entire week is over. That's gonna separate the boys from the men, right? We'll go through this moment. I own up to it, right? But that's what it takes. And once you get into the level, you realize, man, I am able to achieve so much more. I thought I was only good for 7 sales. Damn it. And now I'm doing 10. Guess what? You just broke a new barrier. You just proved yourself that you are that much better than you thought you were. So possibilities will happen when we push ourselves to the limits. Remember the lobster scenario I gave you guys 2-3 weeks ago? You're gonna beat that lobster, you right? Lobster grow during pressure, under pressure. So this is another scenario of just the lobster growing again. You're comfortable at 7 sales a week? Well, let's break that. Let's get to 10 sales a week. All right? You're comfortable operating at 85 degrees in the morning? Let's change it up. Let's operate at 95 starting today, tomorrow. You go in there with all that stuff. Yeah, make it burn. Right? Where's Usher here? I want to hear Usher sing that song, Burn song. Let it burn. Is it Usher?
Burn, baby, burn.
But yes. So folks, there you have it. You know, it's something simple, but sometimes the simplest stuff in life give us so much value. I don't want you to underplay it or undermine it. Run with it, and you're gonna see change happen. Change take time. Don't expect it to happen overnight. It will never happen overnight. Nothing happens overnight, right? So give it time. Understand that you cannot change the outside temperature, but you can change your own, right? You can set your thermostat to wherever you want and produce at that caliber. Cool? Feedback, questions, anything?
Hey Pete, I got something. I don't have a question, but I want to apologize for locking down the phone lines yesterday. Our team dominated, and we're the reason why you guys couldn't get through. So sorry to you, Dre and Steven, man. Our bad.
Hold on.
And you guys better get
Where's
out
my
there
45
early
at?
today
Where's my
because I
45 at? You know what? We're done, bro.
I want to apologize for locking the line down, man. We killed it yesterday. We killed all the competition.
Good guy, Stefan.
Good job, Stefan.
He only speaks when you high. What about when y'all low? I don't see you speak.
Damn.
Hey, Dre,
Oh,
we've been number one for
burn.
365 weeks. What are you talking about? When do I need to speak low?
I've been number one for 4 years. Are you CMC, baby? Don't forget who you represent.
Hey, Pete.
Yo.
I did have a comment.
Comment.
And I want to say thank you for putting it into that perspective. That was pretty, delightful. I never really considered myself a thermostat. But to add on to Stefan's point, I want to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody.
You see here, guys. This is a typical example of somebody dialing up his thermostat too high. You see what I'm saying? He's operating at a different range now. Okay, so don't blame the guy. Don't blame Gio.
That's where all the sales come from.
His thermostat is just running at a different level, right?
At
And it's always
33 degrees Celsius, baby.
running at that level. So for you guys, if you want to dial it up, you know what? You have your own thermostat. You dial it up at your own pace. Just know that that's what happens when you dial up too high, right? It's the side effect is crazy confidence came from nowhere, right? Another side effect is he doesn't give a shit about nobody, right? There's another side effect of turning that shit too high, right? There's a lot of side effects of turning that up, right? And the
Also
banks
contagious.
right? It's a lot of side effects. So I don't know about you guys, man, but if you like those side effects, run with it. If not, do something else.
Thank you for teaching me that I am the fire.
Yeah, you are the fire. Let it burn today, baby. Let it burn. All right.
Hell yeah. Did you want to go over high rollers?
Yeah, somebody go over high
So,
rollers.
Hell yeah. Thank you, bro.
Cool. Guys, like Tony Robbins says, that fire is already in you. These calls just bring it out of you. We're just unleashing it for you. All right. So G Money is absolutely dominant and he just wants to dominate. All right. So guys, look at the scoreboard this week. We're killing it. Good job to you guys. Here to the right, let me just zoom in for you guys. This is the weekly stats for everybody. Frankie is leading the team by 9 right now. He said he's not gonna settle for 10, below 10. We got Steven, at 7 sales for the week. Steven, can you beat Frankie today? We got Jeremy, 3rd week into the business with 6 sales. That's what I'm talking about. David Sand representing with 5. That's awesome, guys. We want everybody to be at this 5 minimum. That's how you get recognized as high roller for the week, guys. So you guys are pushing for it. We got G Money, Cameron, Danny, Rudy, Fernando, and Mo. Just one more for the week, and you will be a high roller for the week. All right. And I know, Sebastian, you have been hitting me up about how many more do you need to get promoted. Get with Steven. He knows your stats better than I do. But guys, let it burn. All right. We got high rollers for the week, so I need drum rolls. Drum rolls. All right. Can y'all hear this? We just gotta let it burn. It's gonna let it burn.
Ah, man, you're the best
Danny
DJ,
ended
Andy.
up with 2 sales yesterday. Hugo ended up with 2. Ryan Quinton, big dog. I love to see your name on here. Great job with 2. Sebastian, good job, brother, with 2. Jeremy holding it down with 2. But the highest roller for yesterday was Frankie and Steven. So good job to you guys. Steven, what worked for you yesterday, brother?
Well, I'm actually the high roller, but I have a trainee. So, guys, what motivates me and what motivates me to high roll every day is is to have a trainee. You know, I understand that I'm not just making money for myself, but I'm making money for my reps. I'm showing them how to make money, and I'm showing my leaders how to be a good example. I don't worry about my personal production. I worry about my trainee getting on board as well. I'm worried about, me having my standard and setting up my goals and hitting my goals. Also, my rep and my trainee understands when he become a trainer, it's not just about him making money. I mean, I'm not no longer selling direct TV. I'm selling opportunity. So a lot of it is just growth. Like, Stefan, great job. G Money, all you guys, Dre, Mo, all you guys did great. We're growing. Just know that while Stefan, you're just chilling in the background, I'm training, I'm developing. I'm not just developing reps, I'm developing leaders. I'm developing leaders to partners. There's gonna be times that are rough. There's gonna be times that you want to quit, but that just basically means you're doing good. That means that if you never thought about quitting before, you're not working hard enough. I thought about quitting 10,000, 100,000 times. I lost a team, built a team, had people quit. I don't really care as long as I show a good example and I have a good heart to lead by example and to show these guys how to really make it happen. Then it'll come and I'll win by default. Last but not least, it's just like what PD said, and he plays a big part of my guys growing as well. My guys give good feedback on Pete and G Money energy and stuff like that, and that's great. The temperature, if I call out G Money, I know that if I don't do nothing, he's gonna talk so much shit. I hold myself accountable. I'm the CEO of my life. I'm the CEO of my business, and I'm not gonna let no one or anyone or myself ruin that or screw that up. So basically, that's been what's working for me.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so the theme for today, guys, be the CEO of your own life. Every situation that you can think of, good or bad, you are the captain of your own ship. So let's kill this day. Let's make this day our day and have a great day out there, guys. So 25 is the team goal. Hold yourself accountable to your ship. So, guys, thank you for hopping on. I'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Look at me. I am the captain now.
Eat those.